would simply be pointed to your death. This is the exact process that Dr. Joseph Mengele went through during the Holocaust. Deemed the angel of death, he was responsible for nearly 400,000 deaths. And according to a book published by Lucette Legnano and Sheila Deckel, he sent 4,000 twins to their death, leaving less than 100 survivors. These numbers can sound absolutely astounding, and sometimes it can be hard to put the Holocaust into terms of reality. It really sunk home for me when I got to shake hands with the survivor, David Faber. He came to talk to our freshman class, and I got to personally meet him after his seminar. He talked about his experience with the Holocaust, which was a mass extermination of European peoples, especially the Jews. This lasted from 1933 until 1945, and millions of lives were stolen. The head doctor of Auschwitz played with many of these lives. Dr. Joseph Mengele performed gruesome experiments trying to emulate soldier conditions and uncover the secret of twins. He left very few survivors. One of his main goals was to simulate soldier conditions in order to treat infections that were found on the battlefields. He would inject drugs into them, and he would simulate hypothermia by sinking them in cold waters like so in the picture. And according to Drs. Nagorski and Combe, he would also burn victims and attempt to use experimental drugs to heal the infection, only ultimately leading to their death. And the third thing that he tried to research was how to heal wounds. So he would take, without anesthetics, he would take a dirty scalpel and make an incision in a victim's arm or leg and continue to rub dirt or anything in there, and he would try to do experimental drugs to fix them, which obviously he couldn't. These were not his main goals, though. He was absolutely obsessed with twins, according to the book Children of Flames. He would keep one twin as the control and the other as the experimental. He would inject drugs into the one twin or perform surgeries and experimentations and see how she reacted in comparison with her sister. He would also perform autopsies on the twins, detailing every document and labeling every organ. His sole aspiration was to unearth the secret of how to create twins so that he could mass produce the Aryan race. This is a quote said by him in the book Defying the Darkness. "The more we do to you, the less you believe we're doing it." This is remembered by many of his victims, including Irene and Renee. He said that he was a very charismatic figure, and even though he was doing evil things to them, they looked at him as almost a father figure. They were fraternal, though, so he did not focus as heavily on them. Instead, he focused a lot on the identical twins, such as Ava and Mira Moses. According to Dr. Apinga, who conducted several interviews on them, they were there when they were 11 years old. And after 9 months of being in Auschwitz, on January 27, 1945, they were liberated. And now Ava, the one in the picture here in the blue, works for an organization called Candles in order to raise awareness about the Holocaust. She tells her story every day so that nobody will forget the atrocity. Dr. Joseph Mengele abused his power as a doctor and killed millions of people. This sign hangs above Auschwitz gates and reads, "Work sets you free." But if you were to talk to a Holocaust survivor like Ava, she would tell you forgiveness sets you free. There's no denying that the Holocaust is a terrible event, but the only thing that we can do as a society now is to learn from it. In order to let go of our anger, we must open our hearts. We can forgive, but never forget what it taught us. Thank you.